Alright guys, for the second event for the 2013 Garden State Open, we are going to do a barbell complex ladder. There's 5 movements, 5 reps of each movement. It's going to start with 5 power cleans, 5 front squats, 5 shoulder to overhead, 5 power snatch, and 5 overhead squat. The athletes are going to start at one weight. Once they finish that 5th overhead squat, they're going to increase weight on their barbell. They will be in charge of increasing the weight. RX men's is going to go 115, 145, 175, 205 pounds to finish. Women's will be 65 pounds, 85, 105, and 125. In the scale divisions, the men's will start at 65 pounds, then go 95, 125, 155, and women's will go 35, 55, 75, and 95 in the scale division. If an athlete in this 8-minute AMRAP is able to get all 4 weights completed and completes their 5th overhead squat at the highest weight, they can continue to do overhead squats for an additional point for each overhead squat that they do. Again, athletes are in charge of changing the weights on the bars. And that is an 8-minute AMRAP of 5 different barbell movements.
Alright guys, event 2, we are now on an 8-minute AMRAP barbell complex ladder. Okay, the complex consists of a few movements, 5 repetitions at each that we're about to go through. The first movement, 5 repetitions of power clean. The barbell starts from the floor. We must stand every rep up before the barbell returns to the ground. After the power cleans, we have 5 front squats. Make sure that we achieve full depth so hip crease is below the top of the knee, standing up to an open hip at the top. After the front squats, we are on to 5 shoulder to overhead. Any options work as long as you are locked out at the top and you show control. That barbell must start from the shoulders though. All right. The last 2 movements, we are now on to 5 power snatch. Once again, every rep starts from the floor, catching that barbell overhead. Making sure that you show control at the top of each rep, so you have to stand it up. After that, we're on to 5 overhead squats. Same as that front squat, we're looking for that depth, hip crease below the top of the knee, standing all the way up at the top of that squat. Things we are not allowed to do in this barbell complex. We are not allowed to combine the transition of one movement to another. So Kevin's 5th power clean cannot be a squat clean. He cannot squat clean and have that count as his first rep for those front squats. There must be that deliberate change from a power clean to a front squat. That also goes for all the movements. So when he's going from his front squats to his overhead, he is not allowed to squat and then thruster into that first overhead. If he would like to, he can perform a 6th front squat and then thruster that bar overhead. However, he cannot combine that last and first rep of those 2 separate movements. Alright? There won't be too much going on between the overhead and the power snatch. However, same thing. You cannot squat snatch your last power snatch and have that count as an overhead squat. That is a no rep. Typical squat standards apply for everything. At the top of the squat, we want Kevin to be standing vertically. So whether the bar is on his shoulders or over his head, those hips have to be open, knees have to be locked at the top. Same with that overhead position. He's in a nice straight line. If at any point his hips are closed, knee is unlocked, or if he's overhead and those arms are bent, that is a no rep. You can drop it. Lastly, with the Olympic lifting movements, the power clean and the power snatch, there are no hang movements allowed. So Kevin is not allowed to deadlift that bar up and then perform a hang movement. That is a no rep. Also, if that bar starts from the floor and he deadlifts to a hang and freezes and then performs that movement, that is also a no rep because he started from that hang position. It was not one continuous movement from the floor.